Hello, welcome back to MCFC Connect. Today I'm talking about Man City's transfer window, the summer transfer window, and the incomings, the outgoings, and a bit in between. Just talking about all that and, and the benefits of it all, because there are benefits to definitely go over everything. And without further ado, I'm just going to hop straight into it. City's incomings only made two major signings. We have made a academy signing, I'm pretty sure. We've made a few probably. But these are the two main signings for the first team. So we've got Savinho, who has had a great start at the club. He's been really good so far every time he's played. And last season, his numbers show for it. He's 20 years old. Played 41 games with Girona last season, and he got 21 goal contributions. No easy feat. It's a very good feat for someone like that. And, was a really key player in Girona's push for Champions League football. And at times, the league, they were top of the league at times in the Liga. So, on a whole, they played really well, and it showed. So, it's a really good deal. Also, the value for it. The guy's worth 50 million. We got him for half of that. I'm pretty sure there are add-ons that can bump that up a little bit. But I would also just like to mention, just quickly, I'm not going to go on about it that much because I've gone on about it a lot already. But rival fans were not happy about the Savinho deal because of how cheap we got him. I'd like to mention, we had Savinho's deal done in February. You can go back on my channel, you can see the videos covering it. Here we go, I'm pretty sure February time. This deal's been done for a while, and if you actually look at its market value then, it was about 30 million. We've done about that. And add-ons can, pretty sure, bring it to that. So we've actually done about what you would probably expect for City signing to this guy, It's a good deal by all accounts. Now then, moving on to my right now. We've got Ilkay Gundogan. Now then, it's a good deal. It is, I'm happy with this one. Any good deal is a free deal, so we can't complain all that much with that. It's just a good signing on a whole. Don't think anyone had complaints on this, and no one is against Ilkay Gundogan returning to his home. It's a 1-year deal with an option of another, so it could become 2026. I'm pretty sure it depends on games played, and I suspect he'll hit that, to be honest. I think he's going to get a lot of football. But, yeah, his current contract is till 2025. Last season, he played 51 games. Didn't pick up any injuries. Hasn't picked up an injury since the 21-22 season. For reference, that's when Jack Grealish joined the club and when Gundogan scored those 2 goals at the Etihad to win into the league against Villa. Just to jog your memory on when that may have been. And he got 19 goal contributions last season with Barcelona. Really, really good for a midfielder of his age. And I think just for a midfielder on a whole, this guy, he's not an attacking midfielder. He's an 8 who I'm pretty sure for Barcelona even played a little bit at the 6 at times. He did play in quite low down positions. But what's really good about Gundogan is that he does kind of serve as Rodri backup. He's, he gels straight into the squad. Most players already know him. There are exceptions. Doku, Vardiol, Savinho. There are exceptions, but most of the squad already knows of him. And already have a lot of respect for him as well. Treble captain and all that. It speaks volumes. You don't need me to tell you that. But what I will say is that this is good Rodri backup for a year. Okay? And if we really need it to be, it's good Rodri backup for 2 years. But I want City actively looking for good, bit more long-term backup. Because the bottom line is, Gundogan is going to be 34 this year. He is. Next year, he's going to be 35. So we have to be aware of his age, and we have to still be actively working on a not super young midfielder. I'm not asking for Savinho's age, but even bringing in someone that's 25 just to freshen it up a bit. I think Camara's have been a really good deal. But Gundogan on a free, I have literally no complaints, or I don't think anyone is angry about this. He can help slow the game down for City, and on a whole, that's just really valuable for the squad. In terms of our incomings, I think the 2 signings we have made, I can't complain with. I think they're very good deals, very smart deals as well. Really good signings. But I do think that we needed a striker. If Erling Haaland gets injured, then we do have to play false 9 again. And, we've won the league with false 9 before now. So it's not, you could argue it's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, it means we have to get into the habit of almost potentially having to play 2 different systems. Because if Gundo gets injured, then we have to basically be like, okay, Gundo's injured. No, Haaland's injured. All right, we're going to get back into the swing of playing this formation and all that. And it can change how we play. Unless like Oscar Bob comes back from injury and he starts playing striker, that is a reality. He can play striker. But yeah, that's probably the one additional signing I would have made if possible. But that covers our incomings. 25 million spent on those 2 combined is just really good business. I don't know about wages, but I'm not going to get into it either, because that's just when it gets a bit nitpicky and all that, if I'm being honest. Moving on to City's outgoings there. A lot of outgoings and a lot of money generated. So we'll start from the bottom. Now then, this isn't every single deal we made, I'm not going to lie, but this is the majority of deals. This is what City did on the most part. Phillips, Perone, Kabore, they were our free loan deals that, according to Transfer Market, didn't have a loan fee. Alex Robertson got sold for 1.15 million. Yan Kuto, another loan, which will become an obligation to buy. I think it's going to be a 25 million obligation, with 4 million loan fee on top. So again, he's going to bring in City almost 30 million by the time he's gone. Hamilton for 4.10 million. Tommy Doyle for 5. Gomez for 9. Liam Delap, if you've been keeping an eye on City football actively over the past few years, you'll know Liam Delap. He came on in a game, and I think he played against Bournemouth in the Cup a few years ago, and I'm pretty sure he got a goal. So good on Liam Delap. And I hope he does well. I know he's got a goal for Ipswich now. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, a pretty highly rated centre-back, has a lot of experience under his belt. He's been on a lot of loans. I know Burnley, obviously Southampton, which he's now signed with permanently. And I know he's had some loans here and there as well. So a good deal on a whole. But 2 of the biggest names that we sold are João Cancelo. Everyone knows him. Was considered one of the best fullbacks in the world for a time. And Julian Alvarez, very highly rated striker. Now, then, I didn't want us to lose Alvarez, and I think with us losing Alvarez, we do need Haaland backup. I did just cover that, so I won't get into it that much, but I do think a signing to replace Alvarez, essentially, for that backup role would have been smart and possibly would have been necessary. But 75 million for him, plus 20 in potential add-ons, is not bad at all. And it just really helps net spend and all that. No one can talk. We could sign over 5 Savinhos, almost my math is right, about 6 Savinhos with that, So it's a really good deal. Selling Julian Alvarez such a high price, pretty sure he's the record selling for the club now. Pretty sure he beats Leroy Sané or Ferran Torres, whoever it was. That was number 1. So Julian Alvarez being sold, although a bit of an L, to not bring in anyone to replace, but to generate so much money is so good, and the profit is insane. Signed this guy for like 15 million quid. It may have been a little bit less, to be honest, but yeah, really, really good deal in terms of net spend. And we almost bought in 200 million if you include the add-ons. It's absolutely brilliant. But like I said, there's a bit more to football, than just bringing in players and losing players. It's also about keeping players. So apologies for my dog. We kept the keepers, and that is really important. It meant we didn't have to go sign other keepers. I'm really happy with keeping this pair. Edison, I rate. I think he's a bit underrated, and different treatment was probably slightly a bit harsh on him last season. I felt bad for him because Ortega was coming off the bench and was doing really, really good. Now then, that's not Ortega's fault. That's just Ortega doing his job as a really good backup keeper. We look at Spurs, that's an incredible save. But it's really good to have kept Edison out of Saudi as well. Now then, I do think we need to sort out Edison's contract situation. I'm pretty sure it expires in 2026. And getting Ortega to sign that 1-year extension was really important as well. Although it does put a bit of tension on next summer and what happens there. But so many rumours. Al Nassr and Al Ittihad wanted Edison. Neither of them were willing to cough up what we wanted for him, which is between 50 and 60. I would have pushed for 60 because I didn't want to lose him. And yeah, I'm really happy that we managed to keep both goalkeepers. That's really, really important to us. But thank you all for watching. It's not much on a whole. I'll probably give this window, if we include everything, I still think Rodri backup is a hole in the team. It's going to be okay for now. I feel like it's almost putting a plaster on it, but plasters peel over time, and so we do need to work on that. But the signing of Savinho, absolutely no complaints. The Gundogan as a signing as well is a good signing as well. It's a really, really smart deal. And the loss of Julian Alvarez and no replacement for him is a bit of an L. But on a whole, I think I give this window 7.5. I think this was a pretty good window for City because of the money generated, keeping the keepers, and making good signings along the way. Just missing tiny little things. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your opinion. Did I get this right? Did I miss some stuff? I'm more than willing to hear your feedback. See you in the next one.